So a few months ago, Google announced a new tool that they were offering teachers and students as a part of the Google Apps for EDU program. And that program, this new service is called Google Classroom. And I recently got a preview of it and shared it with some teachers, and I thought I'd share it with the rest of the community here. So here on this screen, I'm logged in as a teacher, as an administrator in Google Classroom, and or in Google Apps for EDU, and I'm just going to open up a new tab and type in classroom.google.com. And this is going to bring up my classroom dashboard. These are classes that I've created. These are all test classes because this has not gone live. So these are all classes that I created just to play around with. So to create a new class, you just hit this plus button up here and then create class. So I'll call this Comp Sci 101, and it'll be section 3. Okay, and then I click create. So then it does a little thinking. And it creates a classroom, and here's the header of the class. I can change this background photo to whatever I want, and you'll see here this is the stream, and so it's kind of like a feed that you can add announcements and assignments. Let's see, over here it'll say upcoming assignments. This is the teacher view, by the way, so I have no announcements and no assignments, so I can just click an announcement here, and I'll say check out this video about Android App Inventor. And here I can attach a video, and let's see if I can search for it. Right, App Inventor Hello Per. And let's see, here we go, is the Hello Per tutorial video, and I'm just going to add that there, and now I'm going to click post. So here is the announcement. It has the time. I can go over here and I can edit it or delete the message, and then I can also comment on it, and my students can comment on it as well. So I'm going to jump over here to show you the student's perspective. You'll see here that it says class code, and it has this little code right here. So if I go over to a student, and this is an account that I created for my good friend Diane Main, who is an awesome rock star Google certified teacher, and I'm gonna go, this is her account that I just created. It's kind of a dummy account. So if I'm as a student, I'm now going to go to classroom.google.com. You'll be able to see one of the classes that she's already joined that we've created. So you see we get a message here. This is a class that I created for her and my friend Andrew Schwab. Let's see here. Your materials for each class are stored in Google Drive. Yeah, okay. So we'll get to that in a second. So here she's signed in, and to add to join a class. Now I can go over here to my class and enroll people by going to students and add individually, but it's a lot easier to just give your students this code so they can enroll themselves. So I'm going to copy this code right here, and I could post this on the the whiteboard on the front of the room, or I could put it in my Twitter feed or my LMS, whatever I'm using. So I'm now jumping over to Diane, the student's perspective, and I'm just going to paste this code in here and click join. And so here I'm joining the class, and I see this announcement from my teacher, Kevin Brookhauser. Well, isn't that fun? And I can comment here as a student. Already made my first app. Woo! And I can post here. Now I'm going to jump over to the stream, and here I can see that a student has made a comment here on the stream. So that's pretty cool. This is great for just getting announcements across. And now I can see that if I go to students, I see that Diane Main has enrolled. I can message Diane Main right here, and through email. That's if you have email turned on with your students. Where it gets a little more interesting is with the assignments feature. So here I could say, let's say we're going to write a paper on the history of programming. And I can set a time or a due date, and we'll make this due June 30th. Now what's cool here is I can add a template. So I'm going to click Create Document. And this is just a brand new document that I created in my Drive account, and we'll call this Programming History Template. Click OK. And I can put any sort of instructions I want here. This is informal. Just do a little research and write about. And you can put whatever instructions you want on here. So I've created this document. Now I go back to my Classroom tab. And if I click the Drive button, I can insert that document that I just created. I'm going to click Add, and it's going to give me this option over here. So students can view the file. So that could just be instructions, or they can all edit the file, and that would be a shared document among all of my students. Or I can make a copy for each student. I'm going to select this one. This is probably going to be the one that you would use most frequently, or this is the most robust option of them. Okay, so I'm going to click Assign, and let's jump over to Diane's page, and we'll see if this assignment just pops up magically. It says one new item has been posted to the stream. Cool. What if I click on it? It adds this. So it says assignment, paper on the history of programming, due June 30th, and it is open. So I can add a comment. Thanks for the assignment, Mr. Brookhauser. All right, and I can just post that. Jumping over here, I should see that comment, and it just pops up right away. Very cool. Now, if I click here on the paper of the history of programming, I should get a screen that says, here, assignment, here's the assignment, and what happens if I click on it? So you see the title is Programming History Template, and then Diane Main. It automatically adds the student's name at the end of that document. So if I click on it, it should take me to this document. So I can just type in, get started here. Here is my great paper. And let's say I'm done with it. I've submitted it and I am done. I can up here, you can see I'm in editing mode. And oh, this is brand new. Edits become suggestions. This was just announced recently. And very cool. But up here it says turn in. So now that I'm done, I can turn it in. And here it goes from 0 turned in, and it says 1 not turned in. But once I click turn in, this should change. Let's see. I'm gonna hop over here, and there it says 1 turned in, 0 not turned in. And now I can go to turned in as a teacher, and let's see here, I can go to the folder, and this is Diane's paper, and I can open it, I can comment. Now while I am editing, watch what happens to her paper. She no longer has access to edit. She can only see it, so, or she can only view it. She can't edit it. So she can't even see my comments, which is interesting. Hopefully once I'm done grading it, she will be able to see her comments. So let's see if let's say I'm done here and I'm ready to actually give this a grade. I can assign a grade. So there's automatically 100 points. This is gonna be out of 100, so I can give this a 95. And then I can return it. And I can add some feedback. See my comments in the paper. Nice work. And return assignment. So now it's returning, and let's see what oh, here we go. I've got the grade in the top right corner. Now if I click it, can I see the comments? Yeah, okay, so I can see the comments now, and So that's all done. So I can, now I have access to edit again, and I can turn it in again for revised grade. So there's a lot to be said about where this is going. This is very much in beta mode. They haven't released it yet for everybody, or actually for very few people. This is supposed to come out in September, but it's a brand new product, and it's still a work in progress. What I love about it is it solves a lot of the hassles a lot of teachers have with using Google Docs, primarily getting the sharing and the naming conventions correct. This puts this in the hands of the teachers. That said, if you are a user of Doctopus, which I am, this does not completely solve or duplicate all the features in Doctopus. I'm not going to be giving up Doctopus anytime soon. Here's the number one feature that I think is missing from this. While my students are working on their papers, I don't even have view access to these papers. I'm locked out of them until they're actually turned in, which seems to me to undermine, one of the great aspects of using Google Docs in the classroom, and that's the ability for a teacher to come in and see students' progress while they're working on a paper and intervene and support students through the creation process. So that's a big one. Another one is there's not a way to attach a rubric, which would be really great somewhere down the way. Now that's going to add complexity, and maybe that's beyond the scope of what Google wants to do. But I hope there could be a way where you could turn on rubrics, because Goobric as a part of Doctopus is a killer app as well. So those are the big ones. The ability for students to work together, collaborate in groups. I haven't yet seen how that works here. I don't think it does. So that's another thing that I'm hoping that they add as a feature for group work. So this does not replace a classroom LMS. There's no features where you can create assessments. There's no discussions here. If you're using something like Moodle or Haiku or Stanza, then keep that. You're going to want to keep that. Or if you're using Edmodo or even Hapara. But for teachers who just have Google Apps for EDU and are interested in finding an easier way to create assignments and grade assignments, then this has a lot of promise. It should be coming out in September. Feel free to comment if you have any questions. I'll be happy to respond. If you have anything you want me to test, let me know and I'll test it and see how it works. We have played around a lot with the ability to access documents while another person is working on them or grading them, and you seem to be completely locked out. You can't even change the sharing settings manually. Thanks for watching. Bye.